as soon as that nose gear touches anything, it just explodes. Is it because I went in there and... Oh, hang on, I need to change the name. It's X-Cart now. Maybe it's because I went and I manually edited some of the details in there, and it was that nose gear was too far into. Yeah, I think that it was actually penetrating too far inside the model. Let's try this. Precision mode on. Okay, how fast are we going? Ooh. Dear Kerbal Space Center devs, I want a more easily visible airspeed indicator. Ooh, okay, touchdown on the rear gear for just a second there. Okay, now this is more controllable. I was just getting too twitchy there. Okay. That was a good one. That was a good one. Sliding to a stop. Yeah, I think I just screwed up in putting that. I had the... so that center gear, the nose gear, was actually penetrating into the interior of the model. I think that was a large part of the problem. Let's try this again. I'm going to get 2 good landings in a row here. 2 or 3. Almost. Okay. Let's try to land about 30. Yep. Alright, let's do another one. Just to prove to ourselves that it was not a fluke. I think maybe I want to try for a 3-point landing. Yeah, okay. Okay, landing problem's fixed. So actually just let go of the controls right now and wait for it to get done rolling. I wonder if that happens if I just yaw right now. Can I slide sideways? These aren't actually wheels. They're modeled to look like wheels, but wheels don't actually work in this game. The thing is just skidding along the ground. Okay, X-Cart 2. Nice job. Turn that RCS on, you can see it all squirting. And then, I wonder how much thrust I can get this way. Not enough to move it. What if I thrust straight up? Nah, that doesn't do anything. Okay. Okay, so our orbit and re-entry vehicle here has been redesigned. I like this. This is going to be more controllable. It's going to be more useful. It's got the SAS system, and it's got the thrusters, the RCS thrusters, so this will be useful for all kinds of things. Good job. Good job, team. In flight, go back to the vehicle assembly building. Let me see. I didn't save that after I changed the gear that one time, did I? Now it's saved. Okay. Okay, so what's coming up next in the program here? The next step is I want to get into orbit, and I want to do better orbits. I want to well, the next major step is to get into orbit around the moon and then return from that orbit from the moon and come back to planet Kerbal and land at Kerbal Space Center. To do that, I need to learn more about actually controlling the orbits, how to aim the orbit, how to control it. So I need to put a vehicle together, put XCart, see I almost said it wrong, XCart 2 into orbit, so it can be XCart 2. And then I'll start playing around with it there and figure out how that works. Okay, so first off, what do we want? Let's move this thing over so I can use my whole mouse pad. First thing I want, we want just the basic decoupler. Okay, now I saw, we're using the Nova Punch, we got a whole bunch of different engines and stuff in here. They had one in here that was, yeah, this nuclear thermal rocket engine, intended for use in upper stages and exo-atmospheric conditions. Hey, that's what I want. Runs on standard liquid fuel. Okay. So this is the one that I want to have there for working with our orbit. Let's put just a basic fuel tank. Okay, well let's just use that one. Use our basic fuel tank. Okay, this and that is going to be the core of my orbital experiments here. Learning to control the orbits. Put them up there. So now I need something to get... I need to put a vehicle together that will put this assembly into orbit. First off, I need a decoupler. Let's use one of these guys to hide that thing. Here we go. Okay, now I need a stage underneath that. I like this one. No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay, that's a stage that gets it into orbit. What do I want with one of these? I'm just kind of guessing on a whole bunch of these engines and stuff here. How about this one? Okay, now I need a stage to get off the ground with. Let's cover that thing up. I want one of these adapters because I'm thinking I want to go to one of these larger stages. 1 to 2 meter adapters, or about the 1 to 1.75, or we'll go to 1 to 2 meter adapter with decoupler shroud functionality. There we go, that'll work. Was this one right? Yeah, so now I want a 2 meter fuel tank. How about like that? Okay, and then we'll put a big honking motor in the bottom of that thing. Large Bertha, medium Bertha. No, that thing's too big. That's for the 3 meter parts. Max thrust 250, max thrust 400. How much for this Bertha? Bertha 600, Bertha 800. There's the omnipotent Bertha too, max thrust 1500. I definitely don't want to start playing with that yet. Max thrust 150, 250. So I put a 400 in here. 450. Less powerful than medium Bertha, but more fuel efficient, not as prone to overheating. 450. Medium Bertha was what, 600? Yeah. Yeah, let's go with this one. Twin Bertha, light. Okay, so we got SAS. That's all good. I'll tell you what I'm thinking about doing here. to try and keep... I'm anticipating this is going to wobble around in the air. Let's put some... three-way symmetry. Let's put some control fins on it here. We got here these parts. Mass 0.08, lift rating 0.4. So this is less mass but less lift rating. Less mass, less lift rating. We got all these parts. Tail fin, lift rating. These have large lift rating. I like this one. This is the ones I actually used as my front canards in my plane. Okay. Put that on there. Bam. Alright! Take this thing to orbit. Get my joystick over here. And something bad happened already. You heard that noise? Oh, and this in my like icon over here on the left is grayed out. Let's... what? End flight. Structural failure and linkage between Twin Bertha light and the fuel tank. Twin Bertha is not strong enough to support all this weight. Like that, just kind of a bummer. Can I put a couple of struts on there? That's the usual solution, isn't it? Let's go to four-way symmetry. Let's keep three-way symmetry. There we go. Is it? I don't know. Is it possible to put a strut between the? I think that worked. You can't really see it because the model clips through. All right, let's try that. See what happens. And something broke. Looks like the same part broke. Let's go back to the vehicle assembly building. Maybe that didn't work that way. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Alright, we'll just start this over. Let's try putting it together this way. Will this work? That looks really cheap and cheesy. I don't mind. Better than that. Well, it looks terrible, but will it work? And it's not symmetrical. Come on, we gotta get this crap symmetrical. No! Wrong button. No! See that actually hooked up to anything though. Maybe I can put it down here. Oh, there's an idea. Okay, let's try that, see what happens. Nothing broke. Okay, SAS is on. Throttle up. Launch. Very slow launch. Ooh, we're wobbling all over the place. SAS fluttering the... something broke. And... oh! Oh! I'm so sorry, Kerbals. My Kerbals! My people! They don't care. Okay. Okay, well. Okay, so what did I learn here? These struts did make it stronger, but oh, I should have checked the after. I should check the report to find out what broke in the middle here. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Oops. No, come on. Here is what I'm going to do. Let's get rid of those things. I got another idea. We're going to put some solid boosters in this thing. Let's do this. Still got the three-way symmetry. And we'll use those to help support its weight and give it more lift off the pad. Solid boosters in here. Now we had one over here. No, that's not it. Thrust 900 for 60 seconds. Core SRB. Oh my god, that thing's enormous. Holy crap, no, I don't want that yet. I think it overpower my whole rocket. Thrust 370 for 23 seconds. 250 for 40 seconds. These little mini boosters, 80 for 40 seconds. 320 for 37 seconds. These, I don't want to do those yet either. 130. Let's go with the stock boosters. Actually, I want different decouplers for those. And I want these down lowered so these will help support the weight on the pad. Maybe that won't work. Can we go lower? Put these lower. So it looks kind of cheesy, but yep, looks kind of cheesy. Just don't look too hard at the point that those parts don't actually meet up. Alright, see if this works for us. Definitely much more stable on the pad. SAS is on. Throttle up, and let's launch. Oh, only... Okay, the solid rocket boosters are burning, but the... Oh, hey. Oh, bad times. Okay, you'll survive it, you'll survive it. It was survivable. You see what I forgot to do? I forgot to in-flight vehicle assembly building. I forgot to get the engines coordinated. Okay, I need all these bottom engines on all these engines on the bottom to fire at the same time. Take a look at my icons on the right over here. Okay, so first, our liquid engine ends, the 3 solid boosters will fire. Then the next step, as we go from 8 number 7, we'll get rid of all 3 of those, all 3 of the solid boosters. We'll continue burning our mini Bertha. Then we'll get rid of the first stage. We'll burn the second stage, and that should put us into orbit. We'll get rid of the second stage, and then we'll be in orbit with our exo-atmospheric engine here. Alright, let's try it. Okay, SAS is on. Let's go. Definitely much better takeoff. Something broke. Okay, I can save the crew. Okay, guys. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Oh, SAS. Turn the SAS off, you idiot. There we go. Whew! Okay. Okay. I'm gonna save the crew this time. Jeb and Bob both happy. Bill is kind of in shock about what just happened. This is why I was thinking, I said earlier that as I play the Kerbal Space program, I will not have a really good success rate in actually achieving mission goals, but I really do think that my Kerbals will survive more often than some other people's programs. And I need practice landing this thing anyway. Actually thrust a little bit, get too low. Okay, below 50 meters per second. Let's drop it down below 40. Oh, come on! The thing just wants to fly. There we go. Yeah, to keep that nose straight. Yep, okay, acceptable landing. Oh, Jeb doesn't like landing. He's not so thrilled about that. Okay, let's take a look here. What broke there? What broke? Structural failure linkage between the M50 liquid fuel rocket engine and FLS-100L.